All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Passions Podcast Post Show.
Very alliterative.
Yeah, PPPS.
We're off to a great start.
I think it's good. I'm having fun. I'm wheeling and dealing, wilding and rowling. I don't know what's going on. I need a break.
No, all right.
I don't
do
though.
This.
I don't though, because there's like so much I want to get through, or I wanted to talk about on the podcast today that we didn't have time to talk about.
Okay.
So where do you want to start? I know where I want to start.
I think we should start with Shuis.
We should absolutely start with Shuis. Like I have so many things and I just could not say them all. Mm-hmm. And one of the first things I had to omit was that like when they were out in the woods, Sheridan sees that it's Luis and is happy to see him, right? Obviously. But then she like chooses this moment to like want to share their feelings. All of a sudden she's like, why are you here, Luis? What is it? What do I mean to you? Bitch, now?
This is a TV and film trope where when you couldn't be in a higher stakes situation where chaos is swirling around you and your lives are in danger, the characters always choose this moment to discuss how they feel. I get it in a way. I do, like in from the audience's perspective, it's like, what's gonna happen? And from the character's perspective, we might never be able to have this conversation again.
Yeah,
so we have to do it now. So I understand it, but also Laura, who wants to be safe and warm and snuggly in her bed, is like, get to safety first.
And then we'll have this conversation.
And then you can talk about everything that you want. You'll have plenty of time.
Yes.
You won't be under this pressure. Your life won't be in danger.
Yeah.
But that's not what they do.
I also want to talk about how Luis got into her hotel room in the first place. Because we didn't get to cover that. And it was hilarious. Okay, so he gets there, he's banging on her door, and then like the maid shows up and like a bellhop. I don't know. The manager? Maybe he was the manager.
Yeah, I think it was.
He wasn't dressed like a manager though.
Was it the same guy who tended to her bee sting?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what that guy looked like.
Someone who works at the hotel.
Yeah. It came and was like, Are you the man, the American police officer that she told us to block your phone calls? I can only do the French accent for so long. And then I have to go back to American.
The American police officer.
Police officer. And he says, you are stalking Madame Sheridan. You're stalking her. You better leave now or we're going to call the police and have you arrested. And Luis is like, no, you don't have to do that. And he like eyes a window and he's like, oh, I'm going.
Nothing to see here.
And then he like goes out the hallway window and scales the building to get to her terrace and nearly falls. He nearly plummets to his death.
I've decided that they're 7 stories up. But
Yeah,
is that real, or did they say that, or did I
said
just?
That.
Oh, okay.
You got it. They said
Great.
they're up as
Go
high
me.
they're up as high as we are.
That's right. Well, because I was looking out my window today. Sometimes I just look out my window and like the trees are blooming. They're green, so I'll just kind of watch them wave in the wind because I'm recovering from COVID, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I realized I was like, oh, I'm up as high as Luis is. And I was like, I wouldn't be scaling any building
At all.
I don't even go out on our fire escape.
I go out on the fire escape sometimes. Especially during lockdown, I would go out there and sit in the sun sometimes. And yeah, like even being out there on the fire escape, which feels fairly safe, I didn't want to move around too much.
Right.
You know? So,
but
yeah.
he scaled a whole building.
The whole thing.
And it's like those big concrete brick, like I guess I'm gonna call it a brick. It's like a big concrete brick with like a little gap in it where the mortar was, and so that's the finger hold and foothold that he has.
Yeah, but then when they pan down to his feet, I was like, oh, I could walk that no problem.
Yeah,
it was so wide.
It's wider than like a gymnastic beam, which I think is 4 inches. This was like, I don't know, 8 inches.
Easily.
A foot.
It was like a foot. I could easily have walked that.
You could just walk it in a straight line. You don't even have to be in
shimmy.
Yeah.
No. But whatever. He falls. Well, he doesn't fall.
He falls and dies.
He does fall and like catches himself with like grip strength, like charity style finger strength.
Yes.
And pulls himself back up. It was awesome.
Yeah, and he does it. He gets to the balcony and he gets into Sheridan's room and immediately is caught by the maid.
Yeah, immediately. And she's like, I'm going to call the police. And he manages to get her not to call the police, which makes sense, honestly.
Not only does he get her to not call the police, he gets her to help him find where Sheridan is and get directions to the cabin to go save her. And save her he does.
I just love that it took him no time to find the bullet hole. Because when you walk in a room and there's a fucking bullet hole in like this in this like luxurious apartment, well, it stands out.
When he was on the balcony, he looked around. He's like, they would have a perfect shot if they were on that roof. And then he just follows that line of sight to where the bullet hole is.
Yeah. Ugh.
Detective Lopez Fitzgerald.
Not yet.
Almost.
Not yet.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
After he graduates from
Quantico,
he's going to get his detective. His what's it called?
I don't know. Badge?
No, when you promotion.
Oh, I was like,
sorry, I got the worst brain fog.
I can't say like his black belt.
I just can't. Yeah, I think he needs to get his black belt.
Is there anything else in Shawish you want to talk about the fighting?
It's just the fighting. Yes, when they return to the hotel after a daring rescue, they fight with each other, and these two I've said it before, they need to learn how to communicate, because what they're saying is out of their mouth is not the same thing that's traveling into the other person's ear. So they're talking around things and they're not listening to each other at all. And today, or in these group of episodes, it got to the point where she was saying something that he didn't want to hear. And so he shoved an apple in her mouth and was just like, pop in the apple. And then she was like, huh. And I think we were supposed to think it was cute. And she pulls the apple out of her mouth. And then he goes over to the phone and she throws it at him. And it's like, okay, well, now we're escalating to literal physical violence. And we're supposed to think that this is so adorable.
Well, I mean, we have evolved. Well, we have moved past that in media, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
For the most part, like this idea that if you like each other, you hurt each other. And, that when you like someone, you have to kind of hit them or give them love taps, as my family would call it. Love taps.
Love
bullshit.
Taps. The idea that opposites attract and you're going to fight at first, and that kind of fiery thing is actually good. And it's like, no, that means that you don't like each other or get along or agree on anything, which means you probably shouldn't be together.
Yeah. 100%. But I think we've moved past that in media now. 20 years ago, not so much. And it's like the honeymooners thing. Bang, to the moon, Alice. Okay. The Honeymooners was like a TV show in the 50s. And it was a sitcom. And the husband, Ralph, was always like threatening to beat up his wife, Alice, and like punch her to the moon.
And it was supposed to be
hilarious.
Funny.
It was supposed to be hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, that was like a running joke in that show.
Well, I do think we've evolved past this.
Thank God.
I hope we have.
In media especially.
Yeah. I didn't care for it.
Thank the Lord. So, yeah, they fought. Anything else with Sharice?
I think that's it.
Okay, good. Because I want to talk about Teresa.
Okay.
I want to talk about Teresa because I love her so much. And the singing.
Passion's the musical.
The singing. I loved it. Loved it. Went on too long. Wait, 3 episodes they did that.
I love anything musical. I'm enthralled. When people start to sing, I can't. Yes, can I? It's just magic. I love it. And I love that it was so unexpected for me. I did not see this coming at all.
Yeah, it came out of the blue for me. The Ethan thing really came out of the blue, out of absolutely nowhere. It was just like, because he really opened the door for all the singing. He was the opening act.
Yes, he was.
My brown now, bride now. What is he?
He did a brown-eyed girl.
Brown-eyed beauty.
Yeah, brown-eyed beauty. That's what it was.
Yeah, I loved it.
I think we forgot to mention it in the show where it just ran out of time also, but after Whitney sang, Chad was like, does anyone else in your family sing? Are they musical? And Whitney's like, no, we're not, nothing like that. We're a sporty family, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Eve singing at the jazz club.
Singing the blues.
I'm gonna love you like nobody loved you, come rain or come shine. It was that kind of thing. But it's like, you should do something. You can't just sing the same note.
Yeah. She did what she could.
She sang well. I liked her voice.
Yeah, they do what they can.
Yeah.
And I think I told you this, but Lindsay Corman Hartley, the girl who plays Teresa, was like on Broadway.
Go her. She must be a dancer too. She must be a triple
look
threat.
at her. She's fabulous. I'm sure she can dance. And yeah, she was in like Grease on Broadway.
She's a triple threat, that girl. I can't believe I haven't seen her in more things because she really is excellent.
Yeah, I think she does like Lifetime movies and stuff now, and she's like directing.
Oh, good.
And stuff.
Good for her.
She did a good little stint on Days, but they killed her off. Ariana, where she played Rafe's sister. She played
Luisa's sister, right?
Yeah. So anyway, back to Passions. This isn't about Days. This is about Passions. I thought Whitney trying to show Chad, because she says, this is something we didn't say in the podcast, but she says to Chad after she sings, she was like, I just want to show you that passion has nothing to do with whether someone can sing or not. I really like that. I don't know why. She just... I want to talk about Chad's speech. I feel like we didn't give it enough time.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
And I'm going to read it.
Great.
Not the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but like the things that he says were beautiful.
They were.
I was like, I love this.
Music brings people together.
Yeah, he says the power of music can change the world, make it a little bit better. It brings people together. It brings out their emotions and forces them to connect on a deeper level. And then he tells her he thinks her gift can change the world. Aww. But I like the idea that music can make people connect on a deeper level. I love that specific thing he said because it's so true.
It's so true. I mean, why do you think people like music so much? Well, we're all creative beings, and many people create through the medium of music, and many people are emotionally filled by listening to music. There's a reason it's such a big industry. Because we desperately need it, all of us.
I loved what Chad said about it. It was great.
Yeah.
It really was. And all the arts are so important.
And how it's a meaning of, or it's a way to communicate with each other, which I think is so true. And it lets us tap into our own emotions, but also share those with other people when sometimes we can't find the right words, which I think is partly why Whitney sang.
Yeah, that is. And I forget what she sang, but it was very romantic.
Yeah, it was all about love. And yes, she's like, well, it doesn't have to be emotional to be great. And Chad was like, it doesn't, but yours was technical, and there was nothing deeper than that. He's like, doesn't mean that there's not a gift there, but it was just pure technique.
Yeah, he does say that to her. I mean, technique, okay. Sure it was. Yeah. I think when he says it was technical and technique, he just means that she sang all the notes.
Yeah.
That's got to be what he means.
I mean, I can give a lecture about vocal technique if we need.
We're not doing that.
I can do it.
This isn't the correct forum for that.
Are you sure this isn't
like
Passions University?
I'm like 97%
Passions Conservatory?
Sure.
Passions Conservatory. Welcome to my vocal rep class.
Yep. You didn't know it, but now you're in a college level course for vocal rep, for vocal music. Yeah. Anything else with Teresa and Whitney and Chad and Ethan? I liked Ethan this week.
I did. I liked him so much more than usual. So that was a pleasant surprise.
And I will say, back when I was watching this for the first time when I was a kid, I remember liking Ethan. Mm-hmm. But I could have just been a dumb girl, But I remember liking Ethan. I don't remember having the kind of feelings I've been having about Ethan.
Yeah. Well, good. I hope they change it because he has been awful.
Yeah.
Awful up to this point.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the whole point, is that being with Teresa brings out the best part of him.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's why he's been pretty shady and just mean. He's mean to Gwen. He says rude things about other people. he's trying to fit himself into this vision of who he thinks he's supposed to be, but with Teresa he can actually be himself.
Yeah, and he's always talking about himself as if he's such a noble, upright person. Mm-hmm. Even though, like you said, he says such mean things and has like weird, mean ideas. Like, especially when he was talking about like rich and poor people, because for a while he was like, you know, rich people can't be with poor people, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, and then he turned around on that,
Mm-hmm.
a little role reversal. But yeah, Ethan has grown.
Yes.
Just in these 200 episodes, he has grown.
Yes.
And I like that.
Yeah. Well, he's cutting loose. He's being who he is, finally.
Finally.
Be
I love
yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Sorry.
All right.
Made me laugh.
Let's talk a little bit about the magic this week. The magic of passions.
The magic of passions.
Let's talk about Kay a little bit more.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I really like her. I don't want to. My brain is telling me she's terrible, but my heart.
She's exciting and she causes problems, and problems are interesting. When there's conflict, it's interesting to watch. That's why I didn't like Charity for so long. And I mean, even now, I only like Charity because of how awful Kay is. You know, and I probably will jump off of the Charity train here soon because she has no obstacle. She's just nice all the time, and that's not interesting to watch.
Yeah, and I realized just now, Kay right now is giving me like big Sammy Brady energy. Back to Days. Sammy Brady, if y'all watch Days, Sammy Brady was my favorite. It's to this day, I fucking love Sammy Brady. She can do no wrong, even though she's constantly doing wrong. Like, she's horrible. She's terrible, and I still really love her. And Kay is starting to give me that Sammy Brady kind of energy where, like, I mean, Sammy sabotaged her own sister and stole her boyfriend, tried to get pregnant by him, all kinds of stuff, and I still liked her.
I mean, that's exactly Kay.
It's exactly
But instead
Kay.
of sister, it's cousin.
It's exactly Kay.
She's trying to steal her boyfriend and get knocked up.
Yeah.
So that he'll marry her.
She was like so in love with Austin. And so Kay is like so in love with Miguel the way that Sammy was obsessed with Austin.
Yeah, I think obsessed is the right word.
Obsessed.
I think love is not what's going on.
Yeah, like very like the fact that she was like, I could have died with Miguel. Like, what? Girl, she's like, you cheated me out of the chance to die with Miguel.
Jesus. Very Romeo and Juliet, right?
The fuck?
Dangerous thinking. I mean, I get it. And I did a little poll a few weeks ago on our Instagram, and it was basically split half and half, Team Charity, Team Kay, and the majority of everyone was like, Miguel should be with neither of these girls.
Yeah. Like we said last week, Miguel should go to college. Get out of this town, buddy.
Go do something with, something other than these two.
Ugh.
Go play softball.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Go hang out with Reese.
Yeah, go check out bugs.
Reese is the man when it comes to bugs.
That line has stuck with me. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
It's just hilarious to me.
I don't know.
Reese is the man when it comes to bugs.
Yeah. Anything? Oh, Tabitha and Timmy with the bear.
Tabitha and Timmy with anything. I loved it.
I loved it.
She had a lot of great spells this week that were just ridiculous, but I didn't write any of them down.
Me either.
Not a one.
Me
but she
either.
said many.
I was just thrilled to death to see some like special effects. When she did the fire
and the bear hand.
Yeah.
We saw the bear hand come into frame.
That's it. It was like POV of the bear whole time.
You knew it was just like a furry paw on the end of like a broom handle that someone was like parading around in front of the camera, just swiping at Tabitha.
Hilarious.
I love it.
Oh God, it's so terrible, but so good.
It's very entertaining.
Why?
I don't know, but it is.
And there's like a lot of people. So the TikTok page is like blowing up, right? And the latest TikTok has like 80,000 views.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so all of the comments. So the TikToks that do the best are Tabitha and Timmy TikToks.
Everyone loves Tabitha and Timmy.
Always, always, always.
They're great.
And the comments are all like, oh my God, you unlocked my memory. Oh my God, I used to love this show. Oh my God, these were my favorites. Like, it's like people see the other TikToks and don't realize what it is. But the minute they see Timmy or Tabitha, they're like, oh shit, passions.
Passions.
Timmy and Tabitha are passions.
Yeah. Well, right now, they are the driving force of everything, basically. They set all of this into motion.
They did the bird statue,
Yeah.
the avalanche.
They did all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're the fun part. They've got the magic.
Well,
I mean,
well, not anymore.
she had it for 3 seconds.
Oh, I was,
Poor
man,
Tabitha.
I was really looking forward to her wreaking havoc.
Me too.
But it ain't gonna happen.
I do want more special effects other than just like a light shining down on Charity. The heavens. We heard some more planetarium music. That's the god music is planetarium music.
Yeah.
Or like whale sounds like
yeah, it is.
like that's yeah, it's like or like extraterrestrial like alien sounds. It's like why does that equal angels?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be like harps?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Harps and trumpets.
Yeah.
That's the god music.
Yeah.
Hello?
Right? Well, we didn't do the music for the show.
No, we should have. I mean, I was 10 at the time.
Yeah.
But I still would have done a better job curating the music for this show. No, I wouldn't have.
You have too expensive taste.
Yeah, I know.
They wouldn't have been able to afford the
rights.
stuff that you wanted.
No. All right. You want to talk about anything else?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I just want to say one more time how excellent Ivy was in these scenes. When she did one scene in particular with Eve that just is a standout. She was just incredible.
Ivy Crane is that bitch, and I love her. And I remember when I used to watch this show. I used to watch it with my cousin Tish, who sent me an amazing shirt today that I got in the mail. What did it say? It says, "You're confused. You're not prettier than me. You're just thinner." And it's a crop top. What? Anyway, so I'm about to be crop top summer over here.
Yes.
But anyway, she and I used to watch Passions together all the time. And I remember she fucking loved Ivy. And I wasn't like super into Ivy. Mm-hmm. But she was like, Ivy is it. Ivy is everything. And I was always like, Teresa. And now, I mean, I'm still like, Teresa. But Ivy as an adult is like she is making all the right moves. She's making the decisions that I can agree with for her to get her end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas other people are making choices, Eve specifically making choices that I'm like, what are you doing? This doesn't seem to be in line with what it is that you want.
Ivy doesn't do anything that we have seen yet without thinking it through. She only makes calculated moves.
I think she's been thinking about this for 20 years.
And everybody else is very reactionary. And that, to me, is a big difference.
Yeah, she's been thinking about how she could get Sam back for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
And, like, it finally has revealed itself to her. Reveal yourself. It's finally revealed itself to her.
Yes. Yeah, so Ivy, I'm definitely Team Ivy.
Oh.
Right now, I'm Team Charity. I like Louise and Sheridan, but I don't think I like them together. I love them, but the more I see them together, the more irritating I get. I get. I'm probably irritating too.
Irritating that you don't like Louise. No, I am going to half agree, half disagree, but only on the basis of I love Louise and Sheridan together.
When they're right, it's so good.
Only on the basis of like the future things.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what we've seen with them when they're on the same page, it is amazing. It's just that it's like 25% of the time it's good and 75% of the time it's bad.
Yeah.
And
it's not, and but a lot of that right now isn't really. I mean, it's kind of their fault, but it's not their fault in a way where, like the Sheridan stuff. Julian has done this to her.
Right.
And her brother and her father have sabotaged her.
These great guys.
Yeah. So in a way, it's not her fault, although she should be speaking up for herself and saying what she needs to say. Because that is very irritating. But yeah. So that's the post show.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
again,
What did we
should
do
sing-
last time?
Last time we did Two Hearts, One Love.
We could do Two Hearts, One Show.
We gotta figure out how to sing this one out.
Like day and night. It's always right, or whatever that song was.
We go together like black
like
and white. We go together like black and white.
And white.
That song was about us, girl.
They knew.
They fucking knew. They were like 20 years from now, these two bitches are gonna be crossing racial boundaries and doing a podcast about this show.
Oh my god.
No.
We have to figure out a way to sign off. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, if you have an idea, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching the post show.
Have a good week.
Have a great week. Leave a comment, share, subscribe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a YouTube channel now, so I have to
we
say those
haven't
things.
thought about any of this at all.
Bye, y'all.
See ya.